With the combined power of 5 God Swords, the Dogsword does a lot, but the most important thing it does is it just works. Many majors have Splash there in my party, but me, I always get my dial. So you hit 91 Slayer, and now you want to play with the big dogs. The big red dog, Cerberus. I'm talking about Cerberus. Now you are going to need to be on a Hellhound Slayer task to fight this boss, and then there are 2 pretty similar ways of getting to the fight. You can take the Falador West Bank and then have an agility of like 5, or you can start in Taverley. Both of these will have you running to the Taverley dungeon entrance. Me personally, I normally Clue Compass to Falador Gym Shop, but a house teleport to Taverley or a Clue Compass teleport to the Taverley Circle would work fine as well. Now once you're down here, if you're fortunate enough to have 80 agility, you're going to save a ton of time. Just use the shortcut here and you're already almost at the boss. And if not, this pipe at the start will get you fairly close to the other shortcut with only 70 agility needed. And if you don't have 70 agility, well, you're in for a pretty bad time, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. You're gonna have to be running a lot all the way around this path. There is another agility shortcut at 63, but you still have to get a key to go through here. So let's run past it and go all the way to where we need to go to get a key. You have to go fight a jailer. You have to grab his key. Don't go anywhere yet though. That is not the right key. You have to open the jail, then talk to the guy in there and get his key. Then double back, but take the other path, run along the edge, and then use that key on the door and walk a little bit past those dragons. And finally, you're at the level 70 pipe. Now keep going around the way, follow the walls, and you'll hit the level 80 agility shortcut. And then you just hug the wall and you can enter the dungeon. From here, you're gonna crank the lever, walk on through, and the boss fight will start once Cerberus sees you. Now you're going to, of course, have to fight normal Cerberus a little bit to get that echo drop, so here's how you do it. If you're lazy, you can run in and just pray mage basically the entire time against Cerb. And if you're not quite as lazy, you can start the kill by doing mage, then range, then melee, then you can swap back to camping mage. In my setup, I wasn't really taking a lot of damage from the boss, so I just kind of did it whenever I felt like it. I will explain those attacks though. So this smooth ball, that's magic. The spiky ball is ranged. And then this attack right here is the melee. But again, you probably aren't really gonna have to worry about them. But you are going to need to worry about your time to kill. If you can get this fight done in 30 seconds, you are going to have a great time. That's all the mechanics. This is all you need to know about the fight. But wait, what are those weird little ghost things? They come here to cheer me on? Not exactly. If your kill isn't fast, those ghosts will spawn and you're gonna have to flick through your prayers, the different styles corresponding to their colors. So blue is mage, green is range, and red is melee. Each attacked block drains your prayer by 30. It sucks. Each attack not blocked drains your health by 30. It also sucks. But it's actually not as bad as it sounds. You're not losing 90 prayer. You could lose as little as 61 prayer doing it. As long as you have any amount of prayer on that last hit, it'll just drain all of your prayer. You don't need a full 30 to do it. So that's something, I guess, right? Now there is a method to doing this. Well, really, there's 2 different ways. The first one is whenever you see an attack come out from one, that means it's time to immediately swap to the next one. You want to be swapping before you see their attack. You can't react to it. Another one is look at your prayer. Whenever your prayer goes down, that means you're hit, which means it's time to swap to the next one. Now, whenever Cerberus gets under 200 HP, every 5 attacks, there's a grrr and a lava pool will come out. But I was doing so much damage, I think I only ever saw this the one time that I'm showing right now. And that's basically it for the fight. You should be able to just lay down to hurt on Cerberus. And hopefully you'll get that echo drop or maybe a boot upgrade. That would be cool. I still don't have those yet. Now, I do actually have a recommendation for the Cerberus fight and the Echo Cerberus fight. And that's if you don't love doing this fight, if you haven't done it in the main game, you already need 91 Slayer. It's a long walk to the boss. If you're fighting this and you don't have 70 or 80 agility, if you're not killing it quick enough to be able to kind of skip the ghost, I would just wait on this, honestly. Like, I get it, if you want to kind of cheese one echo kill to get some of your combat masteries, go ahead, you can try to do that. But like, really, there's a lot of annoying things with this boss, and the echo version is going to be way worse. And by worse, I mean more difficult. And it may be a little bit less fun. I'm sorry, I just don't really like either of these bosses that much. I'm not trying to be a hater. If this is anyone's favorite boss, please let me know. I want to like it. I promise. And here is Echo Cerberus. Like before, you'll just camp mage for a while. Now, every 4 attacks, Cerberus is going to do a howl, and lava pools are going to fly at you, and you're going to need to move. Now, if you're in melee, this is okay because you can preemptively step back and have that attack be placed wherever you want. After the second pool, Cerberus will swap to ranged, but you're probably not going to have time to deal with that because guess what? It's ghost time. Oh, and now there are 9 of them. Have fun. Now this part is honestly kind of cool because they don't take your prayer if you do it right, but Cerberus is still going to be attacking you and spawning another pool whenever those second row of ghosts come out. So you're going to have to move, you're going to have to worry about your health, you might even have to eat in it, even if you get all your prayers right, and especially if you don't. And after that, you just keep dancing around the room, change your prayer, dodge some ghosts. It's really easy to mess up and die, so I'd recommend special attack dumping to only have to fight 1 set of ghosts. But if you can't do that, something to know, every 2 sets of pools, Cerberus is going to change styles. After range comes melee, then repeat the cycle, mage, range, melee. Now, this fight is not incredibly easy, but it is simple, it is straightforward. I don't think I have to really cover too much like crazy mechanics or anything. This is the foundation for it. Just play to whatever playstyle you have, and hopefully you can get through enough kills to get yourself a nice little dog sword. And hopefully I can get you to hit the subscribe button. Guys, I am posting Leagues videos all the time, trying to give you whatever little strategies I can come up with. There's a lot of little things that people have been overlooking that can actually boost your account quite a bit. Like recently I had a video on how to get 2 mil bonus XP just by turning in fossils. If that kind of stuff interests you, please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and until the next one, take care. Goodbye. Also, I am going to let the rest of this play out as an example kill. It's not, I do mess up a little bit, but it's something for you to look at and be able to pause and see when you should be doing things and get a good idea of how to go through the motions. Like swapping your prayers to time with the ghost isn't incredibly difficult on its own, but compound that with taking some damage from Cerberus, and also there's a pool that's about to shoot out that's going to make you move. It's just, there's some things going on that'll throw you off, and you just kind of got to get in there yourself and feel it out and do a few kills to get better and better at it. But I believe that you can do it. Go out there and get that drop.